Hello and welcome to Tantrum House Studio Awesome. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Katie, and in this overview video, we will give you a quick look at Pathfinder Revolution by Steve Jackson Games.
Pathfinder Revolution is a bidding game for 3 to 6 players, and it takes about an hour to play.
In the game, the city of Korvosa is ripe for revolution, and the Crimson Throne is on the line. It's up to players to gain support for their factions to tip the power balance in their favor.
In each round of the game, the players will need to decide who they want to bribe in gold, blackmail, or force to gain support. The bidding takes place behind a screen, with each space showing what kind of influence you can use to bid and what the rewards will be.
After all the bids are in place, everybody reveals their bidding board, and each space is resolved as follows. Blackmail beats gold, and force beats blackmail. Now, any number of gold will always be defeated by a single blackmail, and the same for many blackmails. Any ties are discarded for no rewards for anyone.
The rewards for each space may give players support, also known as points, or more bidding tokens for the next round, or you may be able to influence a location on the board, or let a player move or replace their influence cubes on the board.
The board locations are important because having a controlling influence in a location is going to earn you some big points at the end of the game. So the game will end when all of the locations on the board have been fully influenced, and the player with the most support wins the city, the Crimson Throne, and the game. So just to talk about this a little bit, there are a lot of things that that go into this. Like, it feels like just a simple bidding game when you first start, but because there are so many little things you have to keep track of, not in a nitpicky sort of way, but just in like something we didn't talk about was losing all of your bidding tokens at the end of each round. So you either bid everything you have or you lose it. And that's just how it goes. You have to be choosing where you influence carefully, because each of those will then give you the next round's bidding tokens. So you may get some really great influence cubes out there, but then be stuck with just a few little gold pieces for the next round.
Now, the basic rule is that you lose all your bidding tokens whether you win or lose the bid, but there is an optional rule that you can, if you don't win the bid, hold on to your tokens, and that's really an optional rule that I like because I'm really bad at bidding games, so it would help me do better at this game because I do not win bids.
Or also, alternately, there's a rule for if you tie, neither player loses their bid. You just keep those for the next round. But back to that bidding thing, you really do have to time your like momentum in your bidding so that you're not just constantly running out of tokens. You have to be concerned about what you're going to have for the next round.
And the tokens that you have is not a secret. You have to declare before everybody bids how many tokens you have to bid during that bidding round. So you always know what everybody else has. And if someone didn't happen to gain any new bidding tokens in the previous round, they always draw up so that they have at least 5 tokens, filling out their missing tokens with gold.
Yes. And at the end of the game, those bidding tokens count as points. So you will, like any that you didn't use, will get counted towards points. Not a whole lot. I really think is a better bet to actually use them in the bidding. There's with the options in the boards, there's some locations that really manipulate the influence cubes on the board, and those are crucial, especially at the end of the game, because just the movement of 1 or 2 cubes or the replacing of 1 or 2 cubes can really be a 50 to 100 point swing in influence or in support points. So those are crucial, especially at the end of the game.
On the 5 to 6 player board, there's also some of the spaces that act a little differently. Contrary to the fewer player board, there's actually some spaces where if those spaces are all full, you can just immediately replace the people that are there.
Right.
So you're just constantly fighting over dominance there.
Right. So yeah. So the 3 to 4 player board, once a location has been fully influenced, the only options you have are to influence spaces that allow you to move or change those out. You can't add additional influence to the board. But the 5 to 6 player, there's a spot where you're constantly changing those out and vying for those spots.
If this sounds of interest to you, definitely check out Pathfinder Revolution and stay tuned to our channel for more videos like this one.